The nations of Southeast Europe have weathered centuries of shifting borders and overlapping empires, holding on to a deep, enduring cultural identity. This identity is built on an immense wealth of specific, living musical traditions. We're talking about forms as distinct and complex as Bulgarian jazz and deeply rooted Serbian folk music. These traditions hold such global significance that they sit securely on UNESCO's Register of Intangible Cultural Heritage. But physical survival and historical recognition are no longer enough to keep a culture in the public ear. For any modern musical tradition to reach a wide audience, it has to be found digitally. This chart breaks down how that digital discovery happens in Europe. As you can see, the landscape is heavily concentrated. 60% of all listeners on the continent rely on a single platform to discover new artists: Spotify. According to a new investigation published by the European Commission, that concentration has created a massive blind spot. It currently affects 11 Southeast European nations and a population of over 55 million people. Researchers found that musicians from these countries are frequently shut out by the algorithm. The system fails to amplify local artists, often leaving them invisible on the high-value regional playlists that drive modern music consumption. The result is a growing disconnect. It shows that while these traditions have deep historical roots, those roots do not automatically translate into visibility within a digital ecosystem designed for different scales. The advocacy group Music Equality points out a crucial detail about this problem. This type of marginalization does not require malicious intent to occur. It happens mechanically. Even when users specifically provide the recommendation system with local music, the code often dilutes that culture instead of strengthening its presence. This map illustrates the language trap. In the Balkans, smaller music markets share languages with larger, dominant neighbors. When the algorithm encounters shared nodes, it prioritizes the path of least resistance. It defaults to the largest dataset available in that language. Instead of delivering a highly specific Serbian track or a local Albanian artist, the system favors high-volume exports from the larger connected market. The unique history and local specificity of the smaller region are effectively drowned out by the volume of the larger one. When an algorithm is built primarily around efficiency and scale, the outcome is the systematic suppression of minority cultures. This suppression is compounded by a total lack of accountability in how the platform manages the region. Despite extracting listening data and subscription fees from 11 distinct countries, Spotify currently employs 0 regional editors for the area. Across a massive swath of Europe, there is not a single human employee whose job is to understand, curate, or protect the music being made there. Music Equality defines this as discrimination by outcome. Corporate apathy and structural omission generate the same functional result as an active policy of exclusion. When total market dominance meets a complete lack of human oversight, a tech monopoly begins to function as a system that pushes local heritage further and further to the margins. At this scale, intent is irrelevant. Because a single platform holds a functional monopoly on music discovery, its automated outputs effectively dictate which cultures get to be heard. This digital exclusion represents a documented violation of the UNESCO Convention on Cultural Diversity, which European institutions have sworn to protect. We cannot expect unregulated tech platforms to self-correct. If local heritage disrupts their global optimization models, the algorithm will favor the model over the culture. Historically, the people of the Balkans have proven they can endure. They have successfully defended their identities against massive physical empires and shifting borders. But military defense and political resistance offer no protection against this specific modern threat: the automated sorting mechanisms of a Swedish recommendation engine. To stop this, action has to come from policymakers. Regulators must step in and force accountability on these platforms before these regional voices are entirely obscured. Algorithms are designed to find the largest audience, not to preserve history. When the default setting favors the loudest voices, intentional human oversight is the only way to protect what is being drowned out.